Friday night here on Fox League. It'll be from Leichhardt to Las Vegas in just over a week. We're underway, game 2 on this Friday night. And perfectly weighted kick. And Fidel Bolle with the first run back of the night. The Tigers beaten by the Bulldogs last Sunday at Cogra. And as you saw, Parramatta very impressive against the Newcastle Knights. That's the form on the board. And a few more recruits on deck for the Tigers tonight. Obviously, we will focus on their output. May takes his first run. Now for 12, left one defender behind. There's Tuolungi on the ground. Was a very low attempt to tackle. Now the Tigers player of the year, Semwela Fainu on that run. Back to the 40, and the first kick of the night is from Galvin. It is Iongi at the back. Will it be half and half for the two fullbacks, Iongi and Papali? That remains to be seen for Parramatta. Depends who you listen to. Some actually have Papali in front of Iongi for round 1. Tonight might be a real shootout. Sean Russell on that carry. Interesting customer, the number 6, Twaddle for Parramatta, young Kiwi boy. Part of the Eels 2023 under-19 or SG ball side that won the title. He's the fullback in that team. Wearing the 6 here. The first penalty of the night. Ash Klein rules against the Tigers. And Parramatta to go inside the West Tigers half.
And we saw that in the first game. The Panthers on the penalty count, the possession count, and ended up running out the winners. Very important that you control the football. Mistake-free football is critical at this stage of the year. Cassini, who's playing on the left with Zach Lomax out in the right centre position.
It's between them just 13 wins last season, these two clubs. The much built-up Spoon Bowl game as well, didn't we? Parramatta with the ball though. Opportunity here, 29 metres away from the Tigers line. And there is the young 5'8" dumping off for Jack Williams, who should prove a very good buy for Parramatta. Permanent member of the 17 at the Sharks. Now Volkman pushes along. Iongi up on the line. Uprushed Naden did enough to get him off his feet. 13 away. Dummy half duties with Lussick. A little bit of ball play from Hopgood. He's a good offloader. And then Greg was blindsided by the defence. Mason scurries away for the Tigers.
Greg just setting himself for a pass there, where I moved Greg, and the defender came from behind him and knocked the ball free. So no matter, they don't get to the end of their set. And the Tigers have an opportunity now just to get it out of trouble. Start from Toa.
Lara Pitt putting in the big ones tonight. Back-to-back performances. A thought on this one, Lara?
Yeah, warming up for the 4 games next week in Vegas. Vossi, we've had a reprieve from the rain for now. Still a few scattered showers on the radar, so there could be more to come in this game. The fans here at Leichhardt, they've only got 3 premiership games to enjoy this season. I have to say there's a nice turnout on Wayne Pearce Hill. Of course, you've ran through them extensively. 4 of their 6 newest recruits on show.
Alex Twaddle suddenly striding, now up again. If he had have found Mason at first attempt, it possibly could have been a try under the black dot. So the Tigers on the attack with Dewey. He goes short when there's an opportunity out wider. They have tackles up their sleeve. There's a set restart earlier in the count. So De Silva is the starting hooker. Mole with the ball and keeps the legs moving. Missed tackle from Parramatta first up. De Silva steps back for Galvin to deliver to Dewey. He likes to run. He's a big body, Adam Dewey. Naden in at dummy half. Still with the Tigers. 4 tackles down. Galvin, dummy and run. It was Lussick who had hold by just a leg. De Silva on the last, backs himself and doesn't come off. A little roll of the dice from the Tigers.
Yeah, a couple of near things there. Lockie Galvin throwing the dummy, beating Waramu Greg, and it was only Joey Lussick who got him around the legs that stopped him. He might have been hard to, and a hard tackle there for Isaiah Iongi if he got through the Lussick legs tackle, but Parramatta's defence just good enough there to stop De Silva.
So Eels with the ball. I was having a glance down at the Parramatta bench. I don't think Josh Addo-Carr's got a chair. They've got everyone seated And Josh Addo-Carr's having to watch the game on his feet. Honestly, there's no chair for him to sit down.
He doesn't strike me as the sit-down type of bloke.
Has he ever been on the bench for a first-grade game?
I don't know. I know he's definitely a non-sitter.
Right.
He's a pacer, a walker, a mover.
A non-sitter.
Yeah.
So there he is. He'll stand and watch the game before he comes on. Kick from Volkman, nice and high. Down the wing of the former Bulldog. Jarrell Skelton with it. And, carry back almost as far as the 20. Another one they're hoping for big things from this year at the Tigers. Promising signs through the first 5.5 minutes, it must be said, of the Tigers' performance.
Well, I think with Skelton and Taruva on the wings for the West Tigers, they've got great carries from the back. There's a lot of metres in those two. That certainly helps the middles that we've spoken extensively about, with Terrell May, Royce Hunt joining the Tigers this year.
12 looked sprightly to start the game. Now May could be one of the signings of the year. But they offload away late after the cry of held there. By the numbers, very good signing for the Tigers. Galvin, bomb down to Iongi, 21 years of age, with the number 1 for Parramatta. The jersey worn by the King, Clint Gutherson. So the Eels on their own 30, settling into the match now. Russell on that run. Good speed on the play the ball. With Penasini. 22 years of age, he's already chalked up the 80 first grade games now. Will Penasini really missed a game since he came into first grade. Played by Greg. They're inside the Tigers' half. Volkman setting it up, and oh, hello. They got a forward pass.
I think it did. I think it was. He was very wide, and the ball, and they were flat. And the ball just seemed to float out of the hands forward. A couple of turnovers now from Parramatta.
Which all our officials recognize Klein very much in the veteran class now.
Jermaine Hall, good on report. Just a little forearm jolt to the head.
Ash Klein going way back. He was around. Joey was playing over at Warrington with hair. So that's a long time ago. Tigers with the ball. Skelton there. With 9 metres inside their own half. De Silva. And for we have the 3 brothers in the squad tonight for the Tigers. That happened a number of occasions last year. 12 just tipping it along for Bolle. He was a target of the Melbourne Storm. They were pretty keen along the way for Noah, but he's still a Tiger. Galvin delivers the pass. Fainu with it. And a set restart for the Tigers. This is an opportunity. They've done a lot right now to try and convert it into points. May 20 away. Caught around the legs there by Jack Williams. Well and truly off the mark. He slowed down a little. With it. Galvin, the dominant half. Let's see what Dewey can do in this set. He's with it. Just on to Galvin, rushed the kick. Fielded by Naden, was probably forward. And it was no try to Skelton. One-hander from Naden. I think referee Klein has this one right.
Let's go.
Extremely rushed kick there. I don't know how he got it to his foot. Lockie Galvin did exceptionally well. Brent Naden. Probably just. Set restart. They've had a couple of the Tigers now, and it almost produced another. There was another near thing there.
I can confirm the non-sitter at O'Car is still standing.
Well, he's got a chair there now too. There's a chair available to him.
Brandy will keep watch of that. Parramatta come out from inside their 30. There he is. Fox. Nice and vocal as well. Incredible. The day he made his debut here was the same game as Suliasi Vunivalu, who they would later become grand final teammates. Tigers v Storm at Leichhardt Oval. They both scored tries on that day. Lussick, short side. Eels, little rush here. That looked forward.
Yeah.
That is an untidy ball. It was promising to begin with, but they got it all wrong, Parramatta.
Yeah, Bryce Cartwright down that short side where he can be deadly. Cartwright's came into the side, looked like he was going to start the match on the bench, but coming into the starting side, and boy, very flat. And that was way off the mark.
That was awful.
Yeah.
Putrid, I think Mike Lennis would describe that as that part. How does it make you feel when Bryce Cartwright, some of the stars from the old under-20s squad are now in their 30s? Bryce Cartwright 30 to start this season. Good meters through the centre.
Well, that's the sort of run he can come up with, Jarrell Skelton.
The Silver, they play it flat. 12's been really good for them. Got a little bit of a rib rattler there by Cartwright. Tigers 30 metres away. May in that front row posse for them. The likes of Royce Hunt to come off the bench for them. Different look this year. Twal, Galvin. So far, good play it here. 25 away from the line. Galvin, the low kick. Dewey's got through on it. Pass quickly off the legs of an Eel. Brilliant scoop up. Tigers play on. Can settle it down, Charlie Staines. Take it easy. But he had other ideas there for a moment. The line almost presented itself. They are a red-hot chance here, the Tigers. Just half a metre short. The Silvers had one crack. Set restart again. The Tigers. Galvin along. Dewey long. Touched by the Eels. Skelton will back himself. Does incredibly well to stay in from the sideline. Lomax there. Over the top was Tongo. Now Galvin. May watch for the offload. Eels managed to prevent the ball going any further. 10 away. De Silva. All the Tigers here. 12 minutes into the contest. De Silva, flat pass, Twal, offload, overlap left side. Galvin can't get it there. Able to beat one and then thrown down. Oh, that was strong.
Powerhouse, Zach Lomax.
Man-handled, Lockie Galvin. Dewey again, a kick, took a deflection. A little bit frantic from the Tigers there, and Parramatta in possession.
They'd be disappointed with that, the Tigers. Set restart midway through the set. They had plenty of tackles at Parramatta. There's the tackle from Zach Lomax. Oh, not easy. He's a big boy. Lockie Galvin. Not easy to do that.
Jason Wild would be pretty pleased with the Eels absorbing the fair bit of pressure there.
Well, they haven't been able to get to a kick. Now they have the Eels. Let's get it to the other end of the field.
No Moses, no Brown tonight for Parramatta. Down to Skelton to bring it back. Tigers have all their bench now warming up, juggled and lost. Oh, Tigers open the door. They've had a good run of it. And now they've opened the door for Parramatta.
Yeah, that was an awkward one there. Skelton coming centre field and got twisted a bit, and the contact there from Wiramu Greg enough to jolt the ball free. Real opportunity now for the Eels, who've just spent the last minutes defending their own line.
Fans coming very late here. Clement weather tonight made their walk down Mary Street into Leichhardt Oval.
Well, the rain stoppings help Yongi. The dummy.
Nice touch, beautiful touch. Bordering on scintillating really from the new Parramatta #1. Speed to get him past the first one. Strength got him past the second. The balance gets him over the line.
Yeah, fantastic moment there for Isaiah Iongi off the back of the scrum after Jarrell Skelton's knocked the ball on, carrying it back from the kick. The Eels get a great position to feed the ball, and then Iongi, one off the ruck, gets on the outside of Dewey, throws the dummy, steps through Naden, gets through the next tackle. That was Talon De Silva off the back of the scrum. Too quick for Dewey, beats Naden on the inside. De Silva across in cover, but just falls off, going for the ball, not the legs. And Isaiah Iongi, off-season signing from the Panthers, New South Wales Cup Player of the Year for Penrith in 2024.
I like that. That's a real good moment.
It is.
Because that emboldens the fans on feeling good. Teammates who don't know him, you know, they've seen him training in off-season. But a moment like that, first grade pre-season challenge game.
Only played one first grade game. Like so they, you know, there was a bit of, I guess, you know, there's still, will he be the man that can do the job? They parted company with arguably their best, most influential player over the last 6 or 7 years, Clint Gutherson. They've moved on from him and signed a player that had only played one first grade game. And Jason Riles obviously believed in what he saw, and that'll certainly help him believe a little bit more.
Lomax has the kick. You would have observed there in that shot, Parramatta actually have a front row in their coaches' box with Nathan Brown in the corner, Jason Riles, Nathan Kaler standing behind. Pretty handy front row. Up in the coach's box, the brains and the brawn from days gone by. Mitchell Moses watches on. It's interesting, Moses, actually, I hadn't thought of that until just then. I guess he's sort of a semi-retired goal kicker this year, is he, with Lomax at the club? Does Lomax get the first choice or does Moses get the first choice?
Well, I don't know.
Two prime kickers.
Both 80% kickers.
Yeah. Has anyone asked that question of Jason?
They probably haven't.
Who kicks? Lara, that's one for you. Find out. Is there going to be a shootout? Lomax or Moses, first choice kicker this year for Parramatta. 6-0 scoreline, Eels over Tigers, despite Tigers having the better of play and 59% of the ball across the opening 15 minutes. Just got things wrong inside the Parramatta 20 on a couple of occasions. Not all that smooth from the Tigers. Now, ball came loose in the De Silva and Stafford Toa tackle. No captain's challenge, penalty Parramatta.
Well, this will keep the Parramatta roll continuing with the penalty, get them out of trouble. They've had no ball. They've been able to get 4 sets compared to 11 for the Tigers.
But they're good players that the Tigers have out there, by the way, with the 9 and the 7. But just remember, you are watching a Tigers side that will have Api Coruscant and Jerome Luai into their attack. You'd have to think inside 20 would be far better for the inclusion of those two.
Be a little bit different.
Parramatta with the ball, 5 inside the Tigers half. And Volkman, started to, after a quiet start, came good last year. The offload game going. 40 away from the Tigers line. With it. Settled into the match nicely, Parramatta now on the back of their first points. Hopgood and hit and spin for Iongi this time. A good tackle by Toa. Running off Twaddle. Now the kick through. Mason's got a bit of work to do here. He got right round behind the ball, does well. He's got good speed to get him through a gap, Heath Mason.
Oh, that was lightning acceleration there from Heath Mason. Both chasers, both Parramatta chasers, just beaten with the speed from Heath Mason to get his team off the try line. That's fantastic to watch.
That shot, that replay, Volkman just clutching it at thin air, wasn't he? Too quick. Tigers on their own 40. Mason wearing the number 1, Jerome Buller. Still on the comeback after having his appendix removed. We told you that story last week. Is now Dewey from halfway. Nice and high. Big chase coming. Down the throat. We got to see on 7 occasions last year in the NRL, Lara on the sideline.
Well, you ask Vossi and we deliver. I asked Mitch Moses on the sideline about who's going to take goals this season. He is handing it over to Zach Lomax. He did want to make it clear, though, he won the pre-season shootout when they had it, but he will let Zach kick goals this year.
Well, there you go. Lara Pitt with the story, Lara. The scoop on Fox League. Lomax, who had a career-high tries last year, career-high season points.
Just a career-high
became Origin, became Test player.
Yeah.
What a year. But
and there was talk whether does he play in the centre or does he play on the wing. You know, there's a case that he can
Kick that off for me,
make
mate.
more of an impact from the wing. But
Ball came out and was punched back, I think, by Lussick. It's another chance for Parramatta. The Tigers, for all their decent work early in the game, don't want to fall behind 10 or 12 nil. So their defence is being put to the test now. The Eels with Lussick. Brendan Hands to come off the bench tonight for Parramatta. And a set restart for the Eels, 15 away. Looking to make the Tigers pay. Cut right, trademark offload. The city goes close to the line. Little stacks on there for the Tigers defence. Oh, good. Unforced error from the skipper, Jermaine Hopgood.
early season mistake from Jermaine Hopgood. That's a rarity. What a season he had last year too.
Yeah, so missing out on a chance there to really build up some pressure. Queensland in the ranks of the Parramatta Eels. Turn out from the Tigers line. Brandon Anser working through his playlist early. So the Tigers off their own line. Interesting, you saw that little touch by Mason, yet at the other end of the field they had no play that sort of worked towards the fullback coming in, and he's got quite a dynamic step. Won't get that opportunity in this set for anything deep in Eels territory. They're only 20 away from their line, and it's 3 tackles into the count. May on that surge. His 7th hit up of the night. He's over 50 running metres for the night. No offloads yet from Terrell May. Twala's been the leading meter maker for the Tigers. Now Mason on for Dewey. Kicks at angle. And it'll come to a hold in front of Iongi. Bringing it back for Parramatta. And another couple of tackle busts for the new Parramatta fullback. He got half a dozen so far.
He has. Good defensive set there too from Parramatta. Really restricted the Tigers' metres. Kick, they're near halfway now, early in the count.
Kersey has done well there.
Apologising to his teammates, put his hand up. That's a cheap handover, isn't it? Oh, it was a little wobble there, so it wasn't a roll ball, it was just a little fumble from
a wobble, not a wobble. It looked like both to me. It looked a wobble and a bobble.
Yeah.
It's your call. You're the expert. Yvonne Sampson did a thumbs up. She thought wobble and bobble.
It was an error.
Tigers 5 metres inside the Eels half. Let's see if they can come up with a little set play at some point in this set. Mason's lurking there. Staines. Safe half. What a torrid competitor he is. New contract in the bag for Alex Seyfarth.
Well, his form last year warranted a new contract. He's a go-to on the edge.
25 away. Good. Short order. I read that. May was under real pressure.
Well, he did well just to hold the ball.
So it's just not clicking for the Tigers. Dewey, Galvin, Naden changes his angle. Was there on the All-Stars last week, Brent Naden. Got twisted in that tackle. Lasts. Dewey, they've gone to Grubber. Ricochet, oh, 12! He had a try at his mercy. He's become a bit of a machine the last 2 years. He scored 2, and he had it there. It was,
well, they've had a number of short kicks ricochet off either defenders' legs or the attackers. That one, Alex, that's a tough take for a front on the run.
Might be his year in the try-scoring stakes. Tigers, by the way, in the news this week, David Clemmer. Strong talk off to the Dragons is the way it might end up. don't think he's going to be in a Tigers shirt again. Dewey is now on for Parramatta. He took the previous hit up.
And a good one too. A good one from Matt Dury.
Unlimited interchange in the pre-season challenge, and Parramatta with no less than 28 players on show tonight. 21 for the Tigers. Now Hopgood with it. Lussick, Wade, Twiddle. Happy to be go by the name of Upper. But Twiddle for Parramatta in the number 6. So the Tigers again having to run it away from their own danger zone. Possession has evened up over the last 10 minutes. Parramatta have had 61% of the ball in the last 10. De Silva. Tigers a while to get their first try last week. That was a long-range 4-pointer that Mason finished off the move. Now May, Dewey, Galvin, quick for Naden. Nice move. Naden, offload, Skelton. Support inside was in front of the ball carrier, so there was very little he could do. Naden, Galvin, ball, 35 minutes out. Dewey is chasing hard. Iongi is with it. Dewey's got his man, drags him in goal.
Great end of the set, that one from Adam Dewey. The kick from Lockie Galvin was a beauty. High, gave Dewey enough time to get under the chase. Iongi took it well and tried to move pretty quickly once he'd taken it, but Dewey ran it well, tackles him in goal. That was a good set from the Tigers. A couple of good runs from the outside backs on the other side of the field. They then shifted it left. There's the tackle from Dewey. Read the footwork there from Iongi. They go short, the Eels.
Short? Oh no, you'd actually say
no.
They got that wrong.
They tried short.
That was the long short run. 20 away from the Parramatta line. Set restart. Too slow from Joey Lussick, identified by referee Klein. Tigers looking to square up. De Silva to Dewey. Galvin across, brings Mason into play. There's the right foot stick. It's going to beat a few. 5 from the line. Galvin. Mason limping after that last play. Dewey's kick happy tonight. He's gone to the end goal. They've scored. Naden got a hand to it. Despite the presence of 2 Eels, Naden goes low to score.
Well, they've spent some time down this end of the field, and it takes a second tackle kick for them to come up with their first try off the back of a kick. The kicking game, they've put in a number of rubber kicks, ricochets, and just not being able to get through the defensive line. This time it's a good one from Adam Dewey. And Brent Naden splits the Parramatta defenders, gets his hands to the ball. Yes, he did. Got the left hand on it just before Jake Tungor. So Brent Naden comes up with a try off the back of the Adam Dewey kick. Lockie Galvin heavily involved on the other side of the field, then dummy out the back to the number 7, and a well-weighted kick splits those 3 Parramatta players. Perfect.
It's pretty good foot there.
Perfectly
really.
positioned.
With a lot around.
He's a clever player. He's very skillful. Very skillful.
Well, you know,
does he find himself in the centres to start the year for the Tigers? I know Justin Olam still to come back, but I'd have him there. And now, I've read reports where his off-season has been his best.
Yeah, they laid down the law, basically.
Well, he had to get
Wasn't
serious.
talking with the coach there for a while.
That's right. Talent-wise, you can't do much better than Brent Naden.
Well, at 29, you know, you're really getting the last chance. Let me tell you, Brent Naden hasn't played more than 10 games in each of the last 4 seasons. He's better than that, isn't he?
He is.
So he's got a bit of making up to do, I think, for himself, you know, to achieve what he's capable of.
Agree.
Over to Dewey. I'll ask you about Adam Dewey. Where do you think he fits into the mix? The Luai, Galvin, Buller, Coruscant spine. Where does Dewey pop up in the 17 if he does indeed get a spot at all?
Yeah, well, at the moment, I can only think that centre would be his position. You got Stafford Teller, you got Brent Naden. We just said that Brent Naden probably deserves a spot in the centres. You got Adam Dewey who can play in the centres. You got Justin Olam. I don't think. Well, where does Dewey fit? He doesn't fit the halves. You got Jerome Luai and Lockie Galvin. They're your halves.
Yeah,
Luai,
they're not coming off during the game. You're not sending him on.
No, they're not. No, you keep those halves there. Dream Buller at 1.
Charity Shield tomorrow will kick off the action on Fox League. Safe travels to all of you who are making your trip to Mudgee. Dragons and Rabbitohs, and one of the most brilliant, beautiful regional grounds that we go to during the season. The tradition continues at a Charity Shield. Used to be a bloodbath back in the 80s. Some of the old Charlie Frith.
Early 80s.
Oh, amazing games they were back in the day. 12 minutes to go in this first half.
Inside 40.
Dewey. He's got the angle on it. 2 bounces over the sideline. It's a nice couple of minutes for Adam Dewey.
Fantastic kick there. Just made sure he stayed inside the 40, and he was only a step inside it. Right on the mark. Beautiful. Adam Dewey got the hook on the ball. No chance for the Parramatta back two. The winger and the fullback, Isaiah Iongi, no chance of cutting that off. Perfect kick from Adam Dewey.
Okay, Tigers, see what they've got here. Another set inside the Parramatta 20. They've had 17 tackles now at this end of the field tonight. With 1 try on the board, May releases Silva. And just dropped off there by Jack Bird. We get to see Bird in number 16 for the Tigers. Royce Hunt played the ball in 15. And Jack Bird! What a start! A Tiger! A Bird has scored for the Tigers. Is that a first?
I think it is. A couple of big moments there for Adam Dewey. Put the kick in for the Brent Naden try, then gets the 40-20, which gives the Tigers the ball back in great field position. Jack Bird, a new Tiger, just onto the field, throws the dummy, just hits the ball up, and just uses his speed and strength to burst through a couple of Parramatta defenders, and that's an easy one and a great start for Jack Bird's career in the West Tigers jumper.
To win the fans over, a Bird dressed as a Tiger scores with his second touch of the ball, and just like that, the Tigers in front. Dewey provides the kick for the Naden try. Dewey provides the 40-20 for the next set, and the Tigers get a reward. We are all talking experienced players. That's what you can say about the Tigers recruit.
Now, where did he come on? Where's he playing? Do we know? It doesn't matter where he plays, really. He can fill any spot. So when you're talking about versatility, and we're just talking, where does Adam Dewey fit into the puzzle? Well, Jack Bird is as versatile, or probably more than Adam Dewey. Plays in the middle, plays 5'8", plays centre. Benji's got some decisions to make, but they're good ones because he's got a number of options.
Dewey, oh boy, he put some force on that. Way over the toilet block. Get to the ground there. And Jack Bird will turn 30 next month. You are I know he's had the injury interrupted career, but it is experience coming to the club.
Here's Dewey's 40-20. Spot on.
You sign, like, you think about it, you sign Luai, you sign Bird, you sign May, you sign Hunt. They're blokes that have been around. So it's got to be more than just the 80 minutes on the weekend that they bring to the club. Max gets us underway. Relatively quiet for Zach so far.
Well, that's the sort of run that Royce Hunt last year, there was a month playing for the Sharks where I think he was the hardest running front rower in the game. And that's what he's got to continue. That's the standard that he set for himself. And that's what the Tigers brought him on the back of. That was a fair run to start things off.
I think May's been outstanding. He just did another carry there. Terrell May has just done his 11th hit up of the night. I think he is. Here he goes again. This is really impressive. This is leadership stuff. We're seeing from Terrell May, you Tigers fans, get around this. Really strong start. Now Dewey, a bomb from halfway. Can it be 3 kicks in a row that get a result? Not that time. Yongi with the answer.
Well, he had a lot of Tigers coming down on him then, Isaiah Yongi. That's a courageous take, but that's the one that's got to be made. Big stuff from the Tigers.
They launched Supercoach this week, by the way. I think you're wanting Terrell May based on 12 hit-ups in 32 minutes. Put him into your team right now.
Big numbers.
Let's hold this one, Lockie.
No matter. The Eels are with it, 40 metres out from their own line. In fact, it's Riley Smith who's come on in the headgear, not Brendan Hands, my apologies. Smith goes for that little carry there. Mason underneath it. With the ball 5 metres out from the Parramatta line.
Good story around Riley Smith. We'll tell it in time, but he had a pretty handy game for the Eels last week against Newcastle. Came on and did the same thing. Made an impact out of dummy half.
And also, he's wearing the 22 and it's his 22nd birthday today. Now, we've got some heavy contact here. Smith was involved in the tackle. And is it Naden who's down for the Tigers?
I don't think that initial contact, he did get bent back over. Talangi went low and then there was a shot over the... Maybe it was the finish on him and his leg. I think that leg was bent over backwards in an awkward way.
It's hard to say, but he's not to his hip here, the way he got twisted. They're very concerned the Tigers. 4 of the medical team are out there and you can count a 5th now. The way he got twisted there, the left side and knee. Yeah, they've called for the stretcher here. This is not good. This is terrible. Just highlighted the fact about Naden the last 4 seasons, no more than 10 NRL games, and each of those 4 years, he's had a good start this year. All-Stars last week. There was that great try-saving chase he did in the game. One of the highlights of the match. Back here in a Tigers jersey. This could be a serious injury. And the Pit obviously will have the news as soon as possible, but this might be degree of time, the delay here.
Yeah, whether it's the knee or the hip, I'm not too sure, but we could see just how awkwardly he went down, then over backwards by the Parramatta defenders.
That shot was of Latu Finer, just getting some instructions from the coach's box with the headphones on, so direct to the player. We've had 3 tries scored so far tonight. Open the scoring with a new Parramatta fullback.
Isaiah Yongi off the back of the scrum, burst through the tackle of Brent Naden, got past Talon De Silva, who was at the back of the scrum, came across in cover, and with very little football, they score on their first attempt and they get some good field position, the Eels. Then Adam Dewey had a great couple of minutes. First, he put the kick through for Brent Naden to show a ton of ability to get his hand on the ball, and then it was a 40-20 which got them the field position from Adam Dewey, and Jack Bird scores his first try in his new colours.
Well, they brought out the green whistle for pain relief for Brent Naden, who then, I think his assistant said, I'm not going to be stretchered off tonight, but
yeah, it's not
the way the leg is so stiff. I don't know whether to say structural damage to the knee or whether there's a fracture in the leg, but he's going off bravely off the field. But he could not put any weight down at all on the left leg. Like, that's different to a knee injury.
If it was a hip injury, he'd be on the stretcher. So therefore, I think it's pretty safe to say that it's knee, and just don't know the severity of it, but it doesn't look good.
No. All right. Well, Lara will have that story for us. It might take until after half-time to find out the extent. 7 minutes to go. And a 12-6 scoreline to the Tigers. Plenty of storylines out of the match so far. Galvin kicking on the run. this Eels side, there's nothing to be overly disappointed about how things have unfolded so far, but they will know if they can get a better share of possession, then see where they're at. But right at the moment, they've only had 43% of the ball. Smith on to Russell. Short of halfway. And this time with Luca Moretti. Nice offload. Smith and Hopgood. Looks slick there. 39 away from the Tigers' line. Smith and Volkman. Oh, not a good ball. Way out in front of Zach Lomax there. And couldn't get a handle on it. And no joy just yet for Zach Lomax, who gets a little head rub from Jack Bird.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Volkman. Just tried to get it out to Zach Lomax as quickly as possible. Catch pass and just floated forward.
That's the combo I said. Nathan Kaler's at the back there. Jason Riles up in the front row.
Strong.
Nathan Brown.
Strong front.
Contract for Jason Riles. Oh, yeah.
Parramatta were all set. Helen, you're still up.
Shot clock penalty. They did not set the Tigers. This happened to them last week as well, didn't it? They did a shot clock scrum penalty, conceded one last week.
Parramatta was set, packed the scrum, and the Tigers weren't ready. So there we go. Penalty given to the Eels.
That's not good. We'll let you have the one in the first trial of the season. You don't do it again the second week. Benji, as I said, is 40 on Tuesday. It'll feel like 60 if they keep giving away penalties like that. He will rapidly decline. Smith, Twiddle, and now Moretti. There was a Dury it is. 7 metres away from the Tigers' line. Looking to square the ledger here, the Eels. Twiddle does well. Iongi, beautiful pass. The Parramatta fullback has put his aim up in lights tonight. One solo try and one 5-star try assist.
He produced a couple of those last week against Newcastle, Isaiah Iongi. That was a great pass. Just held it up long enough to get the winger in and throw it right across the face. First pass was a beauty too, out of dummy half. Riley Smith threw a great long ball, and then Iongi sets himself with Penasini on the outside, Russell on the extreme outside, and just watch him deliver the pass. Had Charlie Staines in two minds, come in, stay out, and once Charlie realised he was in trouble, it was too late. And Iongi just bang. Bullet pass straight across the face of Penasini. Out to his winger. They'll rue that, the Tigers. They had the ball. It was their scrum. Didn't set. Didn't get set.
That's right. It's on the back of that.
On the back of that. Like
man.
that is the thing that is the thing that happens with sides that finish down the bottom of the table. That sort of stuff happens too often. Like a turnover when it shouldn't have been.
Well, it's painful. It's downright painful for their coach. It's downright painful for their fans tuned into Fox League and the fans here at the ground.
Like you think you're unlucky because you pay the heaviest price. You give up 4 points, possibly 6, but you keep offering teams chances like that, and you finish down the bottom of the table.
Well, the teams that haven't given away a scrum clock penalty in all the years that the scrum clock's been in, and the Tigers have given away 2 consecutive weeks.
2 decades with the scrum penalty.
Lomax, 2 from 2, 12-all scoreline.
Great ball, well played. That's certainly the money pass, but Riley Smith delivered a beauty out of dummy half.
You look, Parramatta, with those players involved, and look at these numbers: 6 tackle busts, 85 run metres from 8 carries, a try and a try assist. Well, that's thrown the marker down for Joash Papali when he gets on. Pull the Canterbury back. Now, Lara, very important we try and find out the extent of the injury for Brent Naden. What can you tell us?
Well, the West Tigers medical team are saying a suspected dislocated kneecap for Brent Naden. He was able to weight bear walking up the tunnel, which is some good news. We'll give you some more updates as we get them.
Okay, dislocated dislocated kneecap.
Okay, whether that comes with ligament damage as well, we're not sure, but that is a good sign if he's weight-bearing up the ton.
Well, Smith is a kicking option there out of dummy half. And Mason won't play it. Yes, it's only play the ball. It's
Play the ball in the middle, Marcus.
not a 40-20. So Tigers will get into position.
Still finds touch, left foot kick there from Riley Smith, finds touch and lets them get their defensive line set.
Away from their own goal line. The ebb and flow of this game with 2.5 minutes to go, just under in the first half. Tigers have had 21 of 23 completed sets, 91%. Parramatta 12 of 18, 67%. This is one number from the game, which sort of belies a 12-all scoreline. Play the ball of Skelton, De Silva, and Bird, Galvin. Pushing on the Stafford Dora, who we only saw in 3 games last year. Yeah, previous to that, some really good games back in 2023. Quick hands along for Dewey.
Dewey's moved out to the centres now, has he? Good hands there from Samuel Fainu.
Oh, Galvin went inside. They've got it as forward.
It was.
The Tigers charge of the Light Brigade.
It was forward, Andrew, and it happened right in front of us. We are in line with that.
By Parramatta. No advantage.
So, yeah.
Definitely forward.
Yeah, definitely. But no, he's saying it touched earlier by Parramatta, and the Tigers did not get an advantage. So the Tigers will get the scrum feed here. So there was obviously a hand in an earlier pass from Parramatta.
In that same play.
In that same play.
Movement.
From the play the ball. Watch again.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
good refereeing.
Yep. Wow.
Hey?
Yep.
On point.
Zach Lomax.
Ash Klein. No hair in the eyes anymore for Ash.
Come on, break.
Tigers on halfway. Galvin with the ball. There is Mason. Looking to straighten up. He's tried hard. 8 carries tonight. Heath Mason. Now Galvin. On for Hunts. Tigers really hoping for an offload from some of their new forwards. De Silva. Fainu and Galvin. Dummy beats 2. Galvin back to Dewey. Then forward to Skelton. They allow this one. Skelton dives forward to catch the last pass and score. I'm not about to second guess the officials. They've been good tonight. The Tigers have their 3rd try.
Great setup there from the Tigers. It was Latu Fainu and Jack Bird and Lockie Galvin coming at that Parramatta defence. Lockie Galvin with some runners on the outside, just holds the ball up, throws the dummy. Watch the play. Strength gets through Kelma Tuolungi, bounces off the back of the 7 and flicks the ball back inside to Dewey. Dewey, I'm going to say that's good. That's good. Gerald Skelton scores the try. Well, you've got to make good contact on Lockie Galvin if you're going to get him to ground. It wasn't good enough from Kelma Tuolungi. Dewey plays a huge part in that try as well. He's been involved in all of them. Playing out the centres now, Latu Fainu and Galvin combining well down that short side.
You sure you're not just subscribing to the I'm not getting upset in February anthem on that last pass?
Dewey was nearly on the try line when he threw it.
Yeah, Skelton did have to dive forward to catch it. Anyway, it was a close one, but the referees have been, and sideline officials have been on the money tonight.
Let's just treat it as it is.
Yes,
Pre-season challenge game.
It was a good try.
Let's not get into a debate. Let's not argue about it.
So Dewey has a sideline conversion to complete the first half right in front of the Parramatta bench, and yabbering away is Josh Adokar. Like, he is seriously chattering away.
He can't be making noises like that.
He's saying, come on, brah. Kick it, brah. Here we go. Dewey, right to left. Hey, Fox, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Adam Dewey, 3 from 3. Nice end to the first half. In particular, if you're a Tigers fan, and they will go to the break, leading Parramatta by 18 points to 12. Well, that's something. Second half underway. It finished off the boot, the first half of Dewey, and starts off the boot of Dewey.
Andrew, if there was a question mark over at Isaiah Iongi, I don't think there is now. I think he starts the game. He's the number one for Parramatta to start the season.
Oh, Parramatta, early mistake. And that has opened the door. They go into console Luca Moretti there. He's had the well wishes about 7 of his teammates. I don't know whether he's feeling any better, but the roll ball got him.
Yeah, and it was an obvious one, wasn't it? Foot a long way from the ball.
All right, so Tigers get possession straight up, but we've run out of balls. Well, just a memo at the start of the season. Doesn't help the Tigers, actually. They would like to get things a little quicker underway. Now to Silva. Galvin looking for back-to-back tries, the Tigers. Conceded the first, scored the next 2, conceded the fourth, and then got the last one of the half. May with it. No let up to his effort tonight. De Silva. They're set up nicely on the left. Fainu takes it upon himself to try and wriggle past Madison there. De Silva. Little play in front of the post, linking up with Sione Fainu. So Semwell was a little quiet, his contribution in the first half. Galvin, soft hands there. Tigers right on the Parramatta line.
He went awfully close, the man you were talking about.
I have no try. Confirm there is a knock on.
2/3 of his body are in goal.
Yeah, knock on.
I think there was a knock on or a fumble. Galvin across, Fainu flat. The ball.
Yeah, I said quiet, Brent, because we've got him, that's only his 4th carry of the night. He's not playing a try at all. He's back on the 10, ready to play it. I think that's a pretty strong indicator.
You're right, the legs and the hips end up in goal, but the ball.
Just looking at all available angles to see if Samuel Fainu knocks on.
Casey Badger searching for a knock on here at the finish. His hands get all around the ball, and they are allowed to strip at it in a try-scoring situation, but
well, not yet. He's still got his arm around the ball. It's still all Fainu's. I don't know what happens now. And I don't think Casey Badger, I don't think anyone can tell exactly what happened. The ball's gone.
yeah.
Samuel Fainu knocks on over the goal line. We have a decision.
He wasn't held at that point.
Pre-season challenge.
No, don't get upset.
Don't
Don't get upset.
I'm not saying it. No try.
Yeah.
Surrender! Stand now! That's yours!
So Parramatta back with the ball. Could have gone down as a missed chance for the Tigers to build up early in the second half. Charles Guymer will be not too far away from getting to that. I would think Charlie Guymer. Let's see forward. In fact, he may even be out there already. They're working through the changes in their forward pack to start the second half, the Parramatta Eels. Good work done for the night. Ooh, a shepherd play there for Joash Papali.
Yep, just hit the ground, realised he'd run behind his lead runner.
Volkman cuts it off there for Madison. And he's lost the ball in the tackle.
Another play that got himself into a very awkward position there. Ryan Madison.
So the big numbers are out there now for Parramatta. They've really reshuffled their forward pack around. Guymer is on in 19 and Madison into the game.
That was Stafford Toa, just jammed in hard, head on the ball.
Little further news on Brent Naden. Lara, what's the story?
Yeah, it was just an update for you guys. He seemed to suffer a pretty nasty knee injury in the first half. The club's confirmed it was a dislocated kneecap, but it's gone straight back into place. I'm told no ACL concerns. He's in good spirits, but obviously scans will determine any damage and length of rehab required.
Let's hope, let's hope. You can dislocate your knee and not have any further damage. I'm not sure the length of time, but if there's no ligament damage, that would be great news for Brent Knight.
Here's De Silva. Mason. Wedge between defenders there. De Silva. Nice quick hands. Bird pushing it along after Sione Fainu got involved. May have hit the head there. May have been a foul on Dewey. But no, the rule knock on against the Tigers.
Well, I think Lockie Galvin was trying to get it across the face of Adam Dewey there because it was a 3-on-2. 3-on-2, the winger came in on Dewey. Just watch it. Galvin holding the ball up again. Oh, actually, yeah. Actually, if he just pulled up on the power of the pass and just lobbed it there, just put it in the lap of Dewey, he's through.
I think Dewey was suggesting, guys, you might want to consider the challenge there. Ended the head of Adam Dewey. On the side of the games. Parramatta back with the ball, 6 the difference. In a stop-start beginning to the second half in the first 4 minutes. That can happen with the multiple changes in personnel. Lonnie Smith said playing with 3 dummy halves tonight, Parramatta. Started the game with Hussey. Smith has got the second chance. Brendan Hands awaits an opportunity. Oh, shots! Yes, sir, Luca Moretti, down he goes.
I think most of that was Lockie Galvin. He bounced out of it, but I think Lockie Galvin did the damage there on Moretti.
Last tackle, Volkman with a bomb. They're getting through as Papali. Lost by the Tigers. And there he is, King Charles Goma, the new king.
No try, confirmed as a Parramatta.
They're saying no try for poor old Charlie, boy from Temora.
Well, not sure exactly what happened, but the kick was high and there was a big chase from
Riley's
the
been
Parramatta.
ID'd as offside. We'll just monitor him at this stage.
Well, Stafford Tower gets run straight across the face, but does he impede Sean Russell? No, he goes through. Russell gets a hand to the ball.
Both players touch the ball. We're just looking to see who touches it first.
I think Charlie Staines touches it first.
Sean Russell knocks the ball on first. We have a decision.
There we go.
Russell knocks it on first. Charlie Goma, no try. Won a lot of fans over on his debut last year. Charlie Goma. Let's watch that hit again on Luca Moretti. Missed this over summer, don't you?
You do. Oh, yeah, Lockie Galvin bounced into it, but it was Sione Fainu who did the damage.
That's the sort of deal we want for Vegas, Brady. No helmets, no pads. Put that up on the big screen over there in the Legion. And we will have 10 hours of rugby league coverage for you on Sunday week. From Vegas, the only place you get to see all 4 matches. Again, if you want to just check in on the form of the Super League teams, we'll have Super League for you 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. In this morning, by the way, for Jared Wairua Hargreaves and the whole KR side, beating Wakefield in front of a full house. That was good to see. Galvin on the safe half.
Well, they're all offside. No one could pass it there.
And Teller has Mason in support. Fodor Mason bowled over. Big shot. Came in from Matt Dury, was it? Or was it Samrani? I think it was Jordan Samrani who put the shot in on Heath Mason.
Throw the ball away.
Well, he didn't see it, did he? Heath Mason didn't see the defender coming across, but he did well to hang on to the ball. Nice play at the death there. Lockie Galvin starting things, and it was Stafford Tower who opened up the Parramatta defence. Bit of footwork. There's Mason on the inside. Pushka.
Yeah, Jordan Samrani
Blindsided him.
and a penalty for throwing the ball away. Tigers can give away one, can't they? Parramatta have possession, down by 6. 6.5 minutes into the second half. We haven't seen the best of either side since the break. Plenty of time to get it right. We're still awaiting for the arrival of the Fox for Parramatta. First game for a new club. So Eels 39 metres away, played by Dury. There is Volkman, hasn't done much running tonight. Papali. He has kept it going. He only ended up with the ball. Playing a different role now. Kick over the top. Skelton's got it covered.
Well, Yongi's gone back to fullback. Papali's still out there. And must be playing in the halves. He's inside Penasini defensively.
Might be over for the young 5'8" Tydal. He is on the bench. Well, they're all standing watching the game. He's standing next to Addo Carr.
Easy, natural. Okay, shot clock on. Where do you want it? Mate, where do you want it?
Terrell May not happy with that one. His 17th carry of the night. A decent shot at him there. Advantage Parramatta then. So Yong's on the right side of scrum. Papali's on the left. I want to see either of them just get it and go. Here's Iongi. He decides to pass. The run worked for him in the first half. If you haven't seen Joash Papali before, he has some real game. A bit of football about him. Speed and good footwork. Eels off and offload. Iongi to centre ground there. 15 away from the Tigers line. Riley Smith. Volkman. Prepared to carry it to the line. Moretti. Another offload. Smith. It'll be a try. It's a big front rower who plunges over. Jack Williams, the former Shark, has a try in Parramatta colours. And the offloads here hurt the Tigers.
Yeah, a couple of good offloads. And that one from Moretti, beauty. One arm, he's had 3 Tigers defenders on him, and then Ryan Madison just holds the ball up nicely for Jack Williams. I think Jack Williams is going to be a good signing too for the Eels. Part of a middle Shark. Well, the Sharks' middle really improved as the year went on last year, and he was one of the reasons. Coming off the bench for the Sharks. Not many run as hard, consistently as hard as Jack Williams.
He's got a bit of speed, hasn't he, too?
Well, over the advantage line, and he hits the line hard. He's mobile.
I reckon he can be to Parramatta what Scott Sorensen is to Penrith. He can be that sort of player, the same sort of physique. Jack Williams. By the way, Zach Lomax off, no injury. He's just watching on from the bench. He put the cue on the rack, I think, with Zach for the night, and that means Ronald Volkman takes over the goal kicking. Lara gave us the story earlier that Mitchell Moses has passed the goal kicking baton to Lomax to start the season. The Fox waits still to come on here. This for 18 all. No extra time, of course, in the pre-season challenge. Volkman successful. 18 all is the scoreline. Plenty of entertainment and highlights in this one. Don't be deceived, just because he's on his feet, it might not mean that he's any closer to coming on. Fox League, NRL, Vegas, so much to look forward to, but it begins this Thursday with NRL 360 at 2 p.m, followed by Matty Johns in Vegas at 3. Hindy and Fletcher already there, Brent. 11 nights. Nathan Hindmarsh and Brian Fletcher working.
I think
oh, mate, it's working. Their butts off. In Hindy's case, that is serious commitment from the two. Hindy and Fletch, part of the team for Vegas. We'll bring it to you all, and then game day is going to be something special. I love what the clubs have done. The Vegas watch parties going on at the clubs around the place. You can get in early. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Watching Fox League, Rugby League, how good. Air-conditioned comfort. Parramatta 25 away from their own line. Oh yeah. And a headstand there.
You kept your leg in there.
A bit of possession for the Eels. They'll get themselves out of trouble. And Nyongi and Joash Papali on the field. There's some threats.
You'd do that job for nothing, wouldn't you? Up on the scoreboard. What have you? Penalty count is 5-zip Parramatta, but to temper that, the Tigers have had the set restart count 6-1. Eels with Smith getting a lot of game time. Papali up in the line, playing in the halves. Moretti, who's coming into his own on the end of that ball. Jamieson can offload Moretti. A test here for the Tigers. Run of possession for Parramatta. Boosting their completion rate at 18 all. Volkman, Papali, Iongi. Oh, soft drop. And Semrani. Slick for Parramatta there. Semrani out in the centres, put it down. So a pair of Lebanese internationals out there. Dewey opposed to Semrani out in the centres. Galvin on the Staines. So Tristan Hope is now on in 18 for the Tigers. The Toowoomba Junior at 27. Chasing the NRL dream. Here he is in 18.
He's got great footwork for Noah Bolle. Just see how easy there he opened up that Parramatta defence. Just a little step off his right to find the space between defenders.
Now Galvin tap down the short side. Quite happening this set from the Tigers. Last tackle play. Ayunu and then Galvin, they're going to run it. Mason with it, kicks right to the corner. Is it too strong? No, it's not too strong. Taken touch and goal by Iongi.
Did look it, didn't it? Thought it was going to be too big from Heath Mason, but pulled up nicely. Iongi just having to play at it.
Yeah, the Keith Barnstead. The southern end here at Leichhardt Oval. The test of time, that old stand there. Short drop out. That's always in at Mr. Whitby from Volkman. That Tigers ball, it all happens very quickly. Plays have they got? The West Tigers. So Galvin, wide pass there. Right in the centre of the field. Burns had a lot of touches. Certainly can't question his involvement. Try scorer with his second touch of the ball tonight. Tristan Hope at a dummy half, linking up there with Sione Fainu. He's the older of the brothers, just a few metres out from the line. Hope out in front of Bird, came to a stop, tries a fend. Really truly caught there. Jack Bird, rabbit chop, times 7. How many allowed to throw? There from Riley Smith. Mason, lovely right foot step. Wow. Almost stepped Matt Dury out of his boots.
Set restart.
Bird. And Fader running. Oh, ball around the corner and kicked dead. Parramatta, you don't often see that. Ball onto the leg and booted from the field of play to over the dead ball line.
On the outside, Latu Fainu. He's been dangerous since he's been on the field. Galvin, Latu, Jerome Luai into the mix.
So you've just put it out on the full by about 7 or 8 metres. You go back there again. No, it's through. Here he goes. He doesn't go there again. And he took too long. Well, that's a horror show. You go from putting one out on the full.
He thought about it that long that the bell went.
Into someone's double cone, and then he's taken too long to take the next one. 18 all. Anyway, it's February. Kill your Jets. Tigers with it, 9 metres out from the Parramatta line. Hope. Good ball. Ainu and Calvin just lost his footing. Another set restart. Gee, they got plenty. Make that 7-1. Tigers. Play the ball slow down. Probably giving away another one there. Hope. That's the only final there. Hope left side this time. R2 final to brother Semwilla. Is it enough what you're seeing from the Tigers attack? Another set restart. Avalanche for the Tigers in that department. Away. Hope. Show. Left side. Galvin. Kick. Very early in the count. Tigers have got it back. They're going to keep that cool in defence. That was on play through, that kick. Still on. Hope's work has been good coming on. Volley with it. That will count only as the second tackle. Not for the first time tonight. A working over in the Parramatta goal line defence. Tristan Hope. I love the story of this young bloke. Not as young as others. 27, chasing the NRL dream. Father of two. Playing here for the West Tigers, he scores a 4-pointer.
Well, Tristan Hope finished it off, but it was Fanua that got the quick play, the ball that caught everyone out. Kelma Tuolangi still getting back on side. Ryan Madison just turned around, just took himself out of play, couldn't get back to marker quick enough. Tristan Hope out of dummy half, throws the dummy and just catches the Eels on their try line.
We often say
Fanua Bolle, the quick play the ball, just the bit of footwork from Fanua Bolle that got him in between defenders. He was able to struggle hard, fight hard to get up and play the ball, and that was the difference.
We often say in the pre-season challenge, so many players with a story, and I apologise, I don't know the partner's name of Tristan Hope, but they have 2 children. They had a second just before Christmas, and she gave her husband, her partner, the green light. Go for it, go for it, go for your dream, give it a crack. He was Broncos under-20 system many moons ago, but now at 27, this is what is seen as his last crack. I'll have a red-hot go, and the Tigers have given him an opportunity. The last couple of weeks, he set up a try last week for Fa'atape, little short side play at Cogra, and now he's got a 4-pointer as well. Their hooking stocks, of course, are...
Well, Talon De Silva.
Yeah.
You got
Appy
the captain, Appy.
So you're pushing hard for a third, and they've got young Hayward as well. Jared Hayward, they have massive reps on him. And he's signed up long term. Over to Adam Dewey. Been spot on the kickers tonight from both teams. Lomax, Volkman. That's really good. Hey, that's a great sign. Not only is he back on the bench, he's even doing a little bit of a dancing there, albeit not on the legs. Dislocated kneecap, Brent Naden with a smile. That's incredibly encouraging.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't miss too many matches.
I do know that he and Heath Mason have an interesting bond. They're way out southwest. Like he's out at Thormere, I think. Brent might even be further out. They drive everywhere together. All the trainings, matches, they're 2 peas in a pod. So the driver, he'll have to step up. Tigers with it. 18 metres away from their own line. By the way, tomorrow night, well done to Dolphins and Titans fans. I assume most are Dolphins fans, but they've sold out KO Stadium. We'll have that game for you tomorrow night. Titans with a little bit to prove over after last week's disappointing performance.
Yeah, he's gone with the same starting 13 too, has he? But I did see Tino and Jaden Campbell, their names on the bench.
Well, it means you watch the whole 80 closely because you've got Kinney, Campbell, Tino all listed as reserves. They're going to come on later. Oh, error from the Tigers, from Parramatta rather, on the back of the great effort. Iongi's come up with a mistake. He got smashed there by Fanua Bolle, gets down there. Watch this. Technique, perfect.
Oh, just got the hand on the ball. I think it was a hand.
Third over the top.
Jack Bird just got a hand to the ball as Iongi stepped into him. He did well to take it, Iongi. It was an awkward one. Plenty of plays around him. Here's the Fox.
The Fox era starts at the Eels. To left wing Posy. Oh, not again. You're cracking jokes. Look at the scrum clock penalty. What's doing?
Back 10, let's improve the rucks.
How many of those have you seen over the last
Well,
have
they just done that deliberately so they can set their line? No, is it a deal? Give away 2 in a row.
Maybe it's a ploy.
9 metres away.
Tactics.
Surely that's not completed in the game, is it, Brandy? Deliberately giving away shot clock penalty so you can just go back and set your line. Rugby league, it keeps on delivering. Now Hope fires it away. Latufanu to brother Sam Weller. Almost there. Volkman, one of the defenders. Same story for Samrani. Galvin, little dash at them. Got twisted in the tackle there. Smith has played it nice and aggressive. Young Riley Smith. Hope. Right side, Faunu and Mason. Not that sharp there on the bounce. And Tigers make a bit of a mess of it there.
Yeah, just not a great pass from Heath Mason. He's been dangerous with the ball. Threatened him with his speed. That one just not finding the mark. The Tigers sort of headed towards the sideline. It's sideways. Pass just too tough for Stafford Tower to take.
Short vision of the Sharks today on landing in Vegas. Some big names already they've caught up with. Aaron Woods has been over there in a sort of ambassador capacity, leading all manner of wrestlers and other types. Have we bagged the president yet? Is he coming? Donald Trump after that wonderful Peter Volandes video.
Not sure.
Fox and Friends. I don't think whether I've seen a set like it really. The penalty count is so lopsided Parramatta's way, and the set restart counts the other way to the Tigers. Stark in contrast tonight. Eels inside their own half, but maybe not for long. That was Dan Keir, who we got to see in 6 games last year. And training very well, I'm told. There's the penalty count, 7-2. And set restart count 9-1 the other way. Skipping across field there with Brendan Hands. And set restart. Parramatta finally get a second one. Sean Russell inconvenienced by that last tackle. See if they can finish strongly in the game. Ella is out there for Parramatta. He's the man playing the ball. Smith up on the right with Volkman. Just haven't seen the run of Ronald Volkman at the line. Love him to take a little dart at them. Hasn't happened first half or in the 23 minutes of the second half. Here he is, Volkman, passing along and quickly going through Jack Williams. The Fox was caught pretty much on catching by Staines. A couple of speedsters there. Short side, Jack Williams.
6 to go.
Set restart Parramatta. They've got a couple now back to back. Smith, Madison, and then with Madaele there. He's well over the 100 kilo mark. Bit of size off the bench for Parramatta. Still to bring on Will Latu too. He's a big boy. Right beside the uprights at 24-18 to the Tigers. Smith and Volkman still passing. Oh! I think Sam Tuivasa was in the process of going to launch a dive for the line.
Well, they've had a lot of possession, and Volkman held the ball up beautifully. 2 flat players. Well, he scores, doesn't he? He holds the ball, he scores. Tuivasa.
Well, just seen him come on. Another big boy. They reckon he's about 118k.
New South Wales under-19 player. Tuivasa, in 23 and 24. So only last year playing under-19s. I remember him playing 19s. He was just the monster.
Blown a try-scoring opportunity there. 15 and a half to go. Tigers fans encouraged by what they're seeing tonight. And now another penalty goes the way. Well, not necessarily another for the West Tigers. Only their 3rd of the night. of this typical trial stuff, this game tonight, for in all manner, in intensity, in some, you know, almost schoolboy errors at times, some unforced errors at others.
Yeah.
Some of the ill discipline. A lot of areas need to be sharpened up in time for round number 1 from both teams.
Agree.
Twice clock on our shot.
Right, no.
There you go. Yeah, Alex, he's taken off with that ball, isn't it? Where was he going? What happened there?
Oh, boy.
He got up
It was
and
Ryan Madison.
started to run. Madison on report. He's okay. He had concussion issues in the past, Alex. All right, Tigers elect just to take a tap and run. Nuabole takes the first one.
I don't think there's many problems there for Ryan Madison.
So what have we had? The biggest lead of the match has only been 6 points, hasn't it? So Tigers holding that at the moment. 25 away from the line. Hope to Dewey, not his best pass there. Latu that was, who had to reach back. We would call it a deep line, but they've set up here on the left side. Dewey, and again back to Twile to bring it closer to the posts. So now they're sweeping left. Their playmakers are all left here. Latu Fainu, Dewey goes to the short man, the short pass, the lead runner. Fainu was just held up. So well up. This time for Nuabole. Got a glance at the line of the last tackle, and the Tigers will hand it over.
There's been a number of sets that the Tigers just haven't looked their sharpest. And when you look at the amount of possession they've had and how much more, 34 sets they've been able to get through, which is, they've controlled it nicely. Just haven't looked, that set was a lot of passes that just didn't find their mark, and that just slowed things down for their attack.
Eels with that O'Carr. And then hands, and working hard here. Who's come onto the field. Good to see him last week, William Latu. These fans will know him well. And his efforts in their Pathways program in recent years. Now the kick from Volkman, long to the corner. Pretty good set from Parramatta for working their way out of trouble. But they are the team that need to score next to 24-18.
That's a good deep kick there from Ronald Volkman. Skelton caught it back near the try line.
Tigers, meantime, have made a change up front with Kit Laliti coming onto the field. We'll see him shortly. And they've also brought Tony Suka into the game as well. So reeling through the changes. Only a squad of 21 tonight for the West's outfit. Dewey, chance to run. The cross with Staines, alive then for Safer. He keeps it alive as well, Bolle. Half a chance on this left side. Well, he couldn't offload there. Still going, the Tigers. Fa'atape has put it into the fence. Might have had a Parramatta hand on it, but it may have been thrown forward from Solomono Fa'atape. Yeah, he's saying no challenge, and I threw that forward. That was definitely no, sir.
Well, it was nice work from Latu Fainu. Look, skipping around, slipping across the face of a couple of Parramatta defenders, created space for Fa'atape, but yeah, no way, bro. Not that one.
No way, brah. He was good last week, Fa'atape.
He was.
That was about the best. I know he came into first grade, had some handy games, but I thought last week he had a real strike factor about him.
Yep.
Obviously worked hard, a full off-season, because when he joined the Tigers last year, didn't get the full off-season with them. Came late. Does make a difference. Madison off for Parramatta. Hard to keep track of all the changes out there. A lot of the starting numbers are now off for the Eels. They came in with a squad of 28. Volkman! Oh, that was a pressure ball from Adam. Got it low and slid in to get it short of the sideline. Twiddle back out there. Volkman kicks. Lowish, he was hit after tackling. Parramatta players ran at Kit Lalali'i, who made the challenge on the kicker, and Klein was all over it for a Parramatta penalty. Just come on, keen to make a mark, all wound up. Gives away a penalty.
Just overexcited, over-enthusiastic there.
Wait.
See if the Eels can square things up. 10 to go.
On your foot. Back foot on the line. Back foot. Back foot. Okay. No tackle, thanks,
I reckon they might get him here, Parramatta. Here's the
Up
big
together
killer.
now, let go.
Gilvardi to play the ball now. 5 from the line. Hands and Volkman for Dury. If he had a pass there.
Untangle now, let go.
Produced 7 offloads tonight. A portion of them have been this end of the field. Crowd not happy about something. Blood through the ball. And Tigers got it back. Clyde says play on. They don't take advantage.
First by Parramatta back here, no advantage.
There we go. First one against Parramatta. They may even challenge it, the Eels. They may as well. They haven't had one tonight. Put a bit of excitement up in the bunker.
You're looking for a challenge?
No, I'm looking for a challenge. I'm looking for a challenge.
I think
This is my challenge.
I think the dummy
A
half.
couple of charges from Parramatta disputing the decision of the knock-on.
Well, are they trying to get a penalty for the marker knocking the hands of the dummy half? No, they're not. No, we're not going to look at that. Knock on.
Apatwittle knocks the ball on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Not
Pretty
Casey
basic,
Packer.
pretty simple that.
Yeah.
She didn't have to think too hard about that one.
That is a quick dismissal of
Yep.
the challenge.
Let's go.
Well,
No more
quite
challenges,
obvious.
Parramatta. Scrum here.
clutching.
In my opinion, I don't believe he did. Right? He did touch him. But
He hasn't played that big card yet.
It wasn't quite like that. In my opinion, it wasn't quite like that. You got him now. Let's go. Find him.
So 24-18. If it was 2 competition points up for grabs, we'd probably start the field goal conversation at some point for the Tigers if they got an opportunity at the other end. I don't think do you kick field goals in pre-season.
Well,
you got that mentality about you.
Why wouldn't you practice it? Might be a good time to practice something that could be important.
The 7 points might be enough tonight, given that the biggest lead of the match has been 6. So the new boys for the Tigers have all provided something. May certainly by the numbers. 18 hit up, so good. There's hope on a run. But Bird's been solid. Hunt had a few good carries. Got the volley there. He's tried hard tonight. Twal and then Dewey.
Yeah, I think, we've seen Dewey play a part. Lockie Galvin was very good at times through the match.
High and long the kick. And Parley there underneath it. Joash. And just if you are seeing for the first time, don't think that what are the boys doing in commentary? He wants to be pronounced Papali,
yes.
not Papali.
Well, we were both in the box when his dad came into the box at Canterbury last year.
Yeah. So Joash Papali it is. We will respect the family wishes, just as we do with Adam Dewey. A lot of the Lebanese viewers watching, or those of Lebanese heritage, would say Dwahi, but Adam, his dad, Adam, they want it known as Dewey, so that's what we do.
6 more!
Loose ball, tackle count restarts. Parramatta with Joshua Lynn, who put his name on the scorer sheet with a few goals last week against the Knights. Joshua Lynn. Actually got a few graduates from their SG ball side, the under-19 grand final winning side from a couple of seasons ago. You're seeing tonight, Lynn's another one. Ball here, nicely on to Latu. Rolling through a tackle. They're 15 away, set restart. Parramatta, the set restart count for the night is now 13.
A big opportunity here for the Eels.
13 set restarts, 12 penalties. Twiddle and then lost by Dan Keir. And that's disappointing for a Parramatta fan.
Yeah. He had Josh Lynn out the back, and Josh Lynn, well, since being on the field, has popped a couple of very nice balls, but they went the lead runner. A lot of pressure on him to catch that one. Out the back was the go. Exactly, Jason.
Now, again, a reminder about Vegas, if you're not aware of the start times, we will have 10 hours of coverage from Allegiant Stadium Sunday week. So March the 2nd, the only place to watch all 4 games is on Foxland. It is Warrington v Wigan. It is Raiders v Warriors. It is Australia v England in the women's test. And we brush home with a 4-time Premier Penrith against the Cronulla Sharks. I'm bullish about these Sharks.
Big day. Yeah, I've heard you say that. No comment.
Just
I'm not
missing that.
impressed. Just
I've liked what I've seen. I think they'll
Good
be
on
ready
you,
to go
Andrew.
straight
Good.
into the blocks. 10 metres inside their own half. They had a big week, the Sharks. Congratulations to the 11 inductees into the Hall of Fame at Cronulla this week.
what a great night it must have been.
Bomb from halfway, and O'Carr is underneath it. Under pressure from the Chasers. They stood back and watched the Fox.
Wait, guys, wait!
Which has happened in the way of line breaks over the last 10 or so minutes. Maybe if you are chasing the points, time for maybe a little bit something daring from the Eels. Oh, yes! Gerald Skelton! A brilliant shot. That was a ripper. Charlie Geimer.
Boy, oh boy. Charlie
The
Geimer.
kitchen sink here. Oh, rugby league, you beautiful thing.
I was thinking there was a half a chance of a pass from Charlie Geimer, but Jarrell Skelton certainly shut that idea down very quickly.
He could have lost all his lunch there. That hit got him right in the guts. That was a great shot. Jarrell Skelton. Well, there's further encouragement. A new signing, providing a little highlight moment. Tigers have the ball into the last 5. They don't. Look, you'll take. I'm going to speak on behalf of the Tigers fans if I can have some licence, but you don't win many games. You'll cop anything. So you win a pre-season challenge match, you walk away with a smile, and they have a chance. I'm with you, Brandy. Go the field goal now. Let's get the 7 in front. They're in front of the posts. Hope and Dewey. Latu Fano. They're thinking more than one. Fatape over for the Tigers, and the lead is 10. They go up on the Wade Pierce Hill.
He's been good since on Latu Fainu, and you're right off the back of the scrum when they go centre field. Adam Dewey out the back to Latu, and just too much speed there. Charlie Geimer on the edge, and then Solomona Fatape scores the try that should seal things for the Tigers. Fainu nicely running himself into space there. One man to stop, one-on-one. Joash Papali. Just put a bit of footwork on Papali, got inside him, and then gets himself into the in-goal area.
If you saw a highlights package of Fatape the season before last in the Queensland Cup, that's the sort of play he was doing.
Well, Fossey, he was impressive last week. He was
year.
impressive last week against the Dogs. He did have some really good moments. Well, there's another man putting his hand up to play centre.
Well, he looks fitter and stronger, I've got to be honest. Not that he didn't necessarily look that way last year. You've got to say he looks cut and ready to go.
Yeah.
Fatape for the Tigers in the centres. Dewey's had a good night with a boot. This is for the 12-point lead. So when you only win 6 games in all last year, and you've had 3 wooden spoons, you take a win anywhere, anytime, against anyone.
You betcha.
No one heckling Adam Dewey this time with a kick. 28-18. Dewey keeps the perfect night going. Another string to his bow, Adam Dewey. Goal kicking. He's felt a little pinch there. Right knee, not hammy, was it? 30 points to 18. 5 tries to 3 to the Tigers.
Nice play. Left-hand side. Fainu's done some good things. There's another one. Latu Fainu. Can you fit him into the 17? Because he's very dangerous with the footy. Very dangerous.
I think he might be there 14.
Yeah.
Might be there number 14. By the way, Parramatta, if you want a quick snapshot of the story of their night with Jason Riles, will be disappointed. 63% completion rate now, 24 of 38.
Yeah, makes it tough.
As opposed to the Tigers at 86%, which is good. So Tigers into the last 3.5 minutes. In front of the faithful at Leichhardt Oval. They look destined for a win in the final warm-up before they get ready for round number 1. And that will be Friday, March 7 against the Newcastle Knights.
That's the try scorer, coming a high shot. Or was that Lali?
A whole lot of joy for Parramatta.
No.
So only the one try in the second half as well. 18-12 it was at half-time to the Tigers. 12-6 second half. And who's to say they won't get another one in this final 3 minutes? Interesting tonight, some of these players have played the full 80. I'm just looking at Mason. There was no change at fullback. He played half a game last week. Benji using that squad of 21 meant that more players, longer minutes. He's obviously set them a few goals tonight.
Vossi, what's the word on Jareen Buller and the appendix operation?
Yeah, it set him back 2 or 3 weeks of his off-season training after the Army boot camp they had up in Queensland.
So no chance for round 1?
Oh, no, I do think a chance. No, real chance. But it was a little more than just extracting the appendix. I won't even go into the detail he explained to me of the operations, the keyhole surgery he had. I think they went in 3 places, but it wasn't as straightforward as what it would be for some. So set him back a little. Last tackle here for the Tigers. Hope to Dewey. He's going to bomb. They're going to chase hard on this one. And then he's lost by Parramatta. Ball has come up for Bird. Over the sideline. The Tigers will get another set here. Barley couldn't capture that one.
He couldn't. He had a great play at it as well. Just turned his head at the crucial moment. Almost like he took his eyes off the footy.
Penrith finished their pre-season challenge match strongly earlier tonight against Manly. Let's see if the Tigers can do the same here. This would make for a real good night if they could rack up 36 points straight away from the scrum. Dewey, that is an anti-climax. That is. Don't worry about the balloons and the dancing and the marching band, folks. The grandstand finish was just postponed. Tape put it down. So Parramatta with the ball. And the final minute to go. Quick overview of tonight, Brandy. What's your big takeaway?
I think you've got to look at the new players, the players that are new to the clubs. Both clubs, I thought Isaiah Iongi was fantastic for Parramatta in a losing side, and I thought Terrell May was great for the Tigers. Terrell May in his first outing for his new club. Good stuff. They're my takeaways.
So final seconds of the game. Parramatta with that big challenge against Melbourne. You know Melbourne's first round record, unbeatable under Bellamy. That's who Parramatta will play first up. And that game will come your way on Fox League. And it's Sunday, March 9. That'll be the 4 o'clock game from Amy Park. Adakar is at his first minutes for Parramatta. Nothing to write home about. But tonight, both teams will get a bit out of it, but obviously the Tigers a little more. And their new recruits are certainly a story tonight. 5 tries to 3, 18-12 at half-time, 12-6 second half. And at full-time, the West Tigers 30. They win, defeating Parramatta 18.